Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug. I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. This video will be going up late. As a matter of fact, it may go up so late that you won't see it until maybe really early Tuesday morning, which means you'll probably get a double upload for Tuesday. And that's just because I've had a lot of things to take care of, and I just haven't gotten around to uploading. I kind of see it coming, and yeah, I got to go to bed early. I got to get up, take my wife to the doctor. There's a lot of things that needs to be taken care of. So I'm probably not going to be able to get around to uploading this like normal, but you're seeing it now, and it just came up late. So like I said, you'll be getting a double video. Most importantly, I'm not sure what I touched on in the last video, so I'll update real quick. Number one, I am using a later version of the game. I'm still using version 1.14, not 1.15, because Truck Sim Map has not been updated to work with 1.15 yet. So if I try to use 1.15, the game just crashes, and I can't do that, and I won't run without Truck Sim Map. So I'm using a older version right now. Number two, I ended up getting 3 free skill points. I assume that this came from something to do with CSC and Christmas and all that. So I distributed those skill points. I believe I put 1 in long distance, 1 in just in time, and 1 in econo drive. And I think that's it. Like I said, I'm not sure what I touched on last one, so just a quick one on this one. So we're looking at our freight market. We are in Patty, and I think this is what we're going to go with, yeah? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we decided to go with, because we're talking a 16,000... 16,000? Yeah, I think that's right, actually. Because of the distance, 16,000. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're going to go with. We're taking that trailer. Now, I'm a little concerned about how this trip's going to work out, because my old format, and a format that I believe still works. Don't need the lights at the moment. Is that my episodes last from pickup to delivery, or from pickup to rest point, and then from rest point to rest point until I finish the delivery. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to end up on this, so I'm not sure how I'm going to run it. Because I have a feeling I can make a lot of that first distance, which means the next episode would be too short. So I'm going to be kind of winging this one. Yeah, I'm going to be kind of winging this episode a little bit. Yeah, recruitment agency. That's pretty cool. If we ever get to recruit another driver. I mean, we're down to 89,000 right now, and I hated being under 100,000. Sorry, my friend, but I have a trailer to pick up. Oh, I can actually see it from here. It's right over there. Right over there, on the right-hand side. And here we are. All right. Let's take our job. This is the first really long trip we've gotten. Yeah, everything else has been easily fit into one episode, been short. This is the first, like, really, really long trip. Good enough. Hook it up. I'll take a look outside just to see what it looks like. Sometimes a truck can look so small compared to what it's pulling, and yet it has the power to do it. Yeah, we're going to the right, which means we're going to need a wide swing. Not too wide. I mean, this is a longer trailer than maybe average, but it's not as long as things we typically haul. So it shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I mean, don't hit me, please. We're going to go up on the sidewalk. Can I at least save the sign? Yes, I can save the sign. All right, we're good. Right. We are on our way with our first truly long-distance delivery. Here's hoping it's a good run and I don't get like 1,000 speeding tickets along the way. So far, so good in everything, honestly. Not a whole hell of a lot to talk about. You know, I've just been playing EVE a lot. That's what I do, and I've taken to doing combat sites a lot. I've just been considering doing a video just to show what takes up the majority of my time. You know, EVE put out a gameplay trailer, even though it was cinematographic up. They put out a trailer not too long ago that really showcased the players in EVE rather than the game, and it really blew up. I don't know why I keep getting that hesitation. It's actually really annoying. I have to clean my computer still. I honestly haven't, and I need to not buck that, so I'm going to be cleaning and straightening up my room tomorrow. This room that I record in here, so I'm going to add my computer to the list of things to do. When it's not hot in my room right now, my computer shouldn't be struggling, so... Yay! Look at that. Toll booth already. Alright. You know we're in France. For anyone who may not know, I don't know the majority of my fans that watch videos. If you know, European truck drivers, American truck drivers, just regular everyday people, whether Europe, American, Asian, whatever. I really don't... Stop! That took a lot more stopping than I thought. And a lot of the reason is I lost the exhaust brake. I lost the Jake brake because I was going too slow. Fortunately, it was a light tap, and it didn't seem... Yeah, it didn't hurt anything. So we're okay. But, for anyone who may not know, I've spoken of this in older videos, but it bears reminding every so often that I don't know where I found this out. I just happened to come across it. In France, there's really no car tax. You know, how we pay registration for our vehicles, and that helps take, or is supposed to help take care of like road maintenance and all that. Well, they don't have that in France, as far as I know. And the way that they get around that and deal with that and have money for maintenance on their rolls is by toll booths, by toll roads. So there are a lot of toll booths in France. A lot. Which is why I hate driving through here. Because Truck Sim Map is fairly accurate in the amount of toll booths that you're... As a matter of fact, they're probably very generous on the amount that you run into in terms of not that many, you know what I'm saying? I should say that they probably scaled everything down and you don't run into as many. But man, it can be frustrating. One of my biggest things that I truly dislike in this game is breaking my momentum. I mean, I dislike doing in this game, I should say. It has nothing to do with the game itself. I just hate breaking my momentum. I hate that when I get going and I build up that head of steam and I get that cruise going on, that I have to break it and start all over again because I ran into a toll booth or a slow car or something else. It's really annoying. And to be fair, construction site. Alright. We want to make sure that our speed's down because we saw... I don't know if you guys saw. You probably did. I'm usually the one that missed. Yep. And there it is. Speed camera. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that. Hello, Mr. Speed Camera. Alright, now we can build that head of steam back up. I don't mind breaking it too much. I mean, when I truly have to break one, I mean really breaking it. I mean really slowing down, you know? I can't stand that. It really bugs me to get rolling on the highway and have to put up with that. Oh, I don't know what else. Like I said, I don't know what I mentioned, but I know that there's something else as well. A couple things I forgot to mention, and as far as I know, they could actually be what's causing the problem. Because it's got to load every time. I do have a couple new mods. One of them's a replacement. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. One of them's a replacement for an older mod that I just recently, I basically just overwritten in the old mod. Boy, this is gonna be tight. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be tight. But we're good, and we get to take a left here instead of a right. That's really important. But the replacement mod is the traffic AI, or traffic AI. Basically, it's Jazzy Cat's traffic mod. It adds a bunch of new cars and SUVs and whatnot, smaller traffic vehicles to the game. I hate when I stop. First one, I didn't stop in time. Second one, I stopped too soon. Thank you. Oh boy. Anyways, the other mod that I have in here is a new mod that I didn't have installed at first, but I had in my first series of this, and that's Jazzy Cat's painted truck traffic. And basically what that does is like his... Please stop doing that. But unlike his trucks in traffic, which add new trucks that you've seen, like the Volvo and some of the Russian trucks and whatnot, like this truck going by here, you know, that's just a standard tanker truck. Unlike those trucks, Paint the Truck just gives skins and paint jobs to existing truck models in the game. So yeah, that's really cool. So it adds more variety without having to add more models. I mean, you could even take out the trucks in traffic. You could really just take out the trucks in traffic mod and use the painted, which is less CPU intensive and less GPU intensive, and still get a massive variety of various trucks in your game. No problem. So as you know, when it comes to this game, I'm an avid supporter of the modder known as Jazzy Cat. I don't know much about him. I don't know him personally. I just know he makes really good mods, and that his mods are made so that they work with each other without confliction. And you know, and he's modded all kinds of stuff in terms of traffic and vehicles and trailers. For those of you that are new to my series, he has a trailer mod which adds like 200 plus various trailers. Yeah, this isn't gonna hold. Did I just see something coming? No. I don't have enough momentum to actually do this properly. This is a bad idea, just so you know. But yeah, he has this trailer mod which adds skins to trailers and adds a variety of new trailers, big trailers. As a matter of fact, the trailer that we're towing right now is one of those trailers. That trailer up ahead is another one. And those trailers will always show up in traffic. The various trailers can show up in traffic. He also has a railway trailer mod which adds a bunch of railway trailers. And actually I was wrong earlier when I said the trailer that we're towing is part of the trailer pack. It's not part of the original trailer pack. The one up front is. The one that we're towing is actually part of the railway trailer pack. It's a flat car. So that's like part of his railway trailer pack. And well, I'll get to that after I tell you the next trailer pack. He also has a military cargo trailer pack, which you've seen a couple of those, and they're military vehicles, various tanks, choppers, personnel carriers, you know, all kinds of military stuff. And they're really cool, and they're all made to work together. And one of the best things that I like about the military and railway trailer pack is you have the option. He makes a separate file where you have the option. I better slow down, we're coming into a town. Yeah, but he makes a separate file where you have the option to oh, nice and bumpy. You have the option to have the trailers show up in traffic or to not show up in traffic by either putting the file into the game or taking the file out. And I think that's really damn cool. I personally, as you may have been able to tell by the traffic, take the files out. I don't put the files in to the mod folder so that the trailers only appear as jobs that I can do, because that actually makes them feel more special and unique. when you see the military, some people actually complained about this, and I didn't like openly complain, but I did have an issue with it. I'm starting to wonder if we're ever going to run into traffic going the other way. Ask and ye shall receive. Oh, I can't see well enough. Oh, now I can. I can see. Hey! Gee! Where did that come from? Well, my heart's in my throat now. Sorry. I was like, oh yeah, I can see now. There's nothing there! As we almost wipe out a bus and kill everybody in it. Yeah, okay. Whew. Heart rate's back under that of a jackhammer. So, as I was, whoa, okay, getting a little too comfortable in my driving. So, I was saying earlier, one of the major problems people had with the military and the trailer cargo pack was seeing, oh, I'm treating this as a normal intersection. There's a turn spot right here for me. Suddenly, my driving skills are falling apart. But people were complaining that you could see the trailers in the traffic way too often. That there's no way you would see that many train items and that many military items being towed on the road. And so listening, and Jazzy Cat does listen to the people that use his mods, listening to the people, he decided at that point to make the trailers appearing in traffic optional. You could put the file in and have the trailers appear in traffic, or you could take the files out. No, I don't actually have a passing. No, you could take the files out, and I'm not going to try here because it's a hill, and the trailers won't appear, which is the option that I've taken. And I'm really grateful for that, you know, because not only do you not lose a sense of immersion by constantly seeing things that normally wouldn't be seen being towed along the road, because seeing like a tank being towed or seeing a train being towed is actually a rare thing in the world. But seeing that stuff, you know, not breaking the immersion by not seeing it on the road is what I meant to say, really helps. And to top it all off, when you do choose one of those trailers and when you tow it along, it actually kind of makes your job feel a little more special, you know? Makes it feel that more important. You have this big, heavy thing, or you have this really important, you have this really important military cargo. Yeah, we're in some kind of a town area, it looks like. Definitely need to slow down. Fortunately, we don't need to make this turn here, although he does. So we can just go around him. I'm actually looking forward to the time that we can get our orbital lights going. Now that we can go distances, now that we have rush delivery, now that we have rush delivery unlocked, and now that we have long distances unlocked, we'll be getting much more experience per run, which means we should level up fairly faster, and we can start getting our orbitals onto the truck. I don't like towing big trailers without orbitals. It doesn't feel right. You know? Come on, dude. Oh, that was a good AI. Look at him take that corner. That was impressive. He took that corner better than I did. Actually, our stamina's starting to run out already. Has it really been that long? I feel like I've only been driving for 6 in-game hours. Oh, look at you, Mr. I don't have a trailer. Mr. I'm running bobtail. At least I'm making money where you're not. Either that or you're working for a company making money by the hour. Your income is secure and you don't have to worry about things too much. Either way, look at you. I don't know where that was coming from, so please forgive me if it didn't make sense. Yeah, look at that. I'm catching you now, huh? How about that, Mr. Bobtail? Mr. I don't have a trailer, so I'm going to go speeding past you. Now who's passing who, huh? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Get back behind the big Volvo where you belong. It's getting a little late. I'll turn my lights on just for the sake that I don't get fined for not having my lights on. I don't know when the game will actually fine you for not having your lights on. So I'd rather not risk it. I'm like really trying really hard to not get any tickets, really. I mean, when I first started, if you go back to the first half of the series before everything changed and I ended up losing my saves, and you go back even at the beginning of the second part where I started over yet again, you'll see where I had, a really tough time, especially dealing with speed cameras, because I'd get along, I'd get cooking and talking and going it, and I wouldn't notice, and next thing you know, ching ching ching, yep, there you go, 400 euros. It's like, really, dude? Really? Yeah, our stamina is actually getting pretty low. I'm gonna check the map, see where we are in relative to oh, we've got a long way to go. So it looks like first episode will be about half, second episode will be the rest, and then the third episode will probably be this part. So I don't need to stop yet, though. There's a gas station here, but I think that's going to be too soon. There's a rest stop there. And then there's here, which is also a gas station. I'm thinking that this is going to be where I stop, because the next rest point along the route is considerably far away at that point. It's here, even though you can't see it well. That's a significant distance between here. Yeah, it's here by the two. That's actually quite a long ways comparatively. I don't think I'd make it from here to here before things went wrong. Let's get ready to make our turn. I don't see anything coming. Only problem there was I was going too fast for my truck to actually make the turn. See, that's one of the things with a steering wheel versus a controller. As you know, I use a controller because well, steering wheels, quite frankly, are far too expensive for me. A controller, how fast your truck turns and how far the wheel turns is based on how fast you're driving. Almost like they experimented with like joystick controls for cars, having a joystick instead of a steering wheel. When you were at highway speeds, the car would sense it and it would limit the car's maneuverability in terms of how the front wheels would turn, so that you could jam the stick around and not like hurtle yourself sideways. And then when at lower speeds, it would allow for greater movement of the tires. That's kind of like this. At these speeds, I can hard the joystick left and right, and my wheel turns very, very slowly and really only goes so far. Yeah, I know I really shouldn't be doing that, but at slower speeds, you see that the steering wheel can just turn all the way over. This isn't the rest point I was talking about, is it? No, this is the one. This is the one. So the next gas station. There's not another one in between. Okay, yeah. The next gas station. I was like, boy, we came up to that really, really quick. And it's like, no, I just forgot. I've been grateful for not running into another toll road. Maybe that's changed on the newest iteration of Truck Sim Map. Maybe they took a lot of the tolls out. Which, on the one hand, I knew it. I knew it. I was looking for the speed cameras. Like, all tunnels have speed cameras. All tunnels have speed cameras. All tunnels have speed cameras. I don't see a speed camera. Okay, I guess this tunnel's safe. No. All tunnels have speed cameras. Assume it whether you see it or not. And there's the proof. And there's the proof. Yeah, we're going to start yawning pretty soon, I think. You know, I may not be the biggest fan of driving 4x2 chassis because of the instability versus big trailers and tight corners and all that. But the one thing you got to love about driving 4x2, the one thing you got to absolutely love when dealing with a 4x2 is the chassis. Not the chassis, the gas tank, the amount of fuel that you have. The tanks are huge. The tanks are absolutely enormous. Yep, there's the yawn. The tanks are absolutely enormous. You get a ton of fuel. I don't know if we'll make it all the way to our destination on this single tank of fuel, but we've gone a long way, and we're not even quite at half a tank. I mean, according to our tripometer here, odometer, whatever you want to call it, we can actually still go 1,600, and that number drops really fast, you know, because you're running different things. So I'm going to give it that. Please miss the pole. Okay. And please miss this pole. Okay. I'm going to give it that 60 kilometers on there as error, as a big margin for error. And I'm going to say we can still go about 1,600 kilometers before we need to fuel up again. That's a lot of fuel, and that is the one thing I always appreciated about the 4x2. Jeez, numbers. But yeah, the 4x2 chassis is just the amount of fuel you're able to carry with you. Which is why when I modified the frame on my first Scania, to an 8x6x4 or something of that nature. I went for one that had a huge tank on the back so that I would have tons and tons of fuel to be able to travel. But I don't know if the Volvo has something similar. I'd like to look around, see if it does, but yeah, here's our rest stop. We really pushed our limits today. I actually feel pretty good about this trip. Despite the despite the problem with the speeding ticket that we got just a little bit ago, I really feel good about the trip itself. We've made a lot of progress. We've gone a hell of a distance, and things are looking pretty damn good right now. Hey, I don't even have to detach the trailer. Alright, let's get some rest, see if any messages come in. Yeah, Charles covered the speeding ticket and then some. Nice. Alright, I want to take a look at, before I end this, I want to take a look at Charles because I did this before. See how his leveling's going, because, like, he's a better driver than I am right now. Yeah, I want him focusing on long distance right now. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. I'm a 3.3 rating, he's a 4.2, man. That's only because he's got a lot in fragile, where I've got a lot in long distance. But it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. The boss is not always the best person in the company. However, profit per day, I am definitely up on the market. And what I'm getting per distance at nearly $10 a kilometer versus just $2 a kilometer. It's good to be the king. Alright, folks, but that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bugger. I'm going to be signing out. I'll see you then.